My name is Frank Olaleye, an active member of Mega Rally. We thank God for making today possible. And we also thank our leader, Professor Emeritus Adebanji Akintoye. And also our brothers and mentors and warriors, Chief Sunday Igboho Osha, for them not giving up and not giving out. We appreciate what they have seen 4 or 5 years ago. And they were telling the whole Yoruba nation that the Fulanis have determined to kill us, to maim us, to take our lands. And yet, all of us now are watching what they have said 4 or 5 years ago. But my greatest thanks go to the members of Mega Rally, the organization that never give up, never give out, never died, and they are also stubbornly determined to see through that Oodua Nation becomes a reality. What is the driving force for Mega Rally? It is the pain that we could see on the faces of our people. It is the destruction, intentional destruction of human lives. An absolute effrontery that nobody can hold them responsible. Life is irreplaceable, irreparable, and yet our politicians, our so-called leaders, just get satisfied. That is the pain that all members of Mega Rallies are having every day. And that is our determination that we will see the end of that. Every generation has its own challenges. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, one of the forefathers of Yoruba land, have his own challenges. The challenges of getting independence for Nigeria. The challenges of taking the Yoruba lands out of the rural areas. And also the challenges of giving education to us, Yorubas. He came, he saw, he conquered. He achieved those 3 goals. Again, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo has his own challenges. The first military president to willingly hand over to civilian government. Not only that, he also came back and ruled for 8 years as a civilian president. Even though the achievement attributed to him might be very, very small, but the history will never forget him for willingly hand over. That is the challenges of his time. Now, what is the challenges? In 1979, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo handed over. Our current challenges, which is our old generational challenges now, is the insecurities, the mental degradation of our people, the backwardness of our development, the reverse of our achievement. Those are 3 challenges we are currently having. And not only that, the Fulani jihadists, the Fulani oligarchies, the so-called power brokers in Nigeria decided that they will kill at will. They will maim at will. They will do whatever they have to do. And yet our leaders are quiet and they are watching. Now, we were lucky because the US President, Donald Trump, finally wake up our politicians in Nigeria that enough is enough. The willingness to kill without anybody saying anything should come to an end. Finally, the do-nothing administrations of Tinubu, when it comes to the killing, finally realize that the game is up. They have now decided to root out all the Fulanis because the big brothers is watching them. They have finally decided to take the curtain off the face of all the hidden agenda. Now the whole world is watching them. The question is, the Oodua Nation, we will not surrender. We will not retreat until Oodua Nation and Yoruba is free once and for all. Why are we saying that? Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at it this way. If Tinubu administration continue to spend 80 years, which there's nothing wrong, what will happen? We know who he's going to hand over the government to. We've all seen the movie. We know the history. All of us at this point have at least attained 3 or 4 generations in our years. We know the history of that country. When they hand over to them after 80 years, all the achievements are going to be turned backwardness. It has happened before. Chief Obasanjo paid off all Nigerian national debt, handed over. Where are we now? One of the highest debt borrower nation in the world. What can we show for it? What can we show for it? Mass killing, raping, destruction, and for some people to feel they're above the world. Now, after 80 years, what can we do? But the current administration of President Tinubu, if he wants to make history, he is at the driver's side now. Chief Obafemi Awolowo did his own 3 challenges. He saw, he came, he conquered. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo did his best. He handed over power, pay off the debt. Now, Tinubu has 3 challenges. Number 1, create Odua Nation, create Biafra Nation, create Arewa Nation. And for the benefit of those that still want to see the word Nigeria, he can create Odua Nation Nigeria, Biafra Nation Nigeria, Arewa Nation Nigerians, so that these 3 people can be able to control their own boundary, control their own resources, and not only that, stop the mass killing of people's lives. Stop the mass killing of people's lives. This is something, for Tinubu administrations to make history, he can rewrite his own history. It's not by creating marbles, by creating statues. What is that? Those are just edifices. Those are just structures. But when you create history in the people's mind, Chief Obafemi Awolowo died now 28 years ago. We have never had a leader that get closer to his achievement. Yet all of them had more opportunity than him. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo has 11 years. Chief Obafemi Awolowo only have 4 years. And we can compare and contrast the achievement. Now, President Tinubu has another chance. He can be the last president of Nigeria. And also, if God laughs at him, he can also be the first president of Yoruba Nation. All he needs to do is to credit. What did Mandela did? He only ruled for 4 years. Mandela ruled for 4 years. He achieved all his goals. Every leader, it doesn't matter your age. If you have your own agenda, if you have your own goals, 4 years is enough. For those of us in America, in the last 10 months, we could see a drastic change of government. We could see the determinations of government. You do not need 8 years of glorifying useless people that all their intention is to leave you in the government, but they turn around and kill your own people to your face. And yet you cannot say and you cannot do anything. This needs to end. The mega rally and all other Yoruba nations, this should be our goals. Now, all the Obas, all the Yoruba nations, let's all think ahead of the box. What happened after 80 years? What happened after 80 years? Are we going to continue to be slaves in our own land? Are we going to continue to be killed in our own land? Are we going to continue this suffering in our own land? We are suffering in the midst of plenty. Every government, we have the natural resources, we never enjoyed it. Majority of us left that country of looking for greener pastures, of looking for better lives. Many of us achieve it. We can't even go back home. The Israelites did the same thing we are doing. They left the country. Now they are one of the best in the world. Japan, independence was achieved by 6 people. We have South Korea. We have North Korea. How come we cannot have Odua Nation Nigeria, Biafra Nation Nigeria, Arewa Nation Nigeria? We need to stop glorifying something that does not work. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what is giving us a sleepless night, the mega rally. And we want all the Yorubas, be you in diaspora, be you in Nigeria, be you anywhere, let's have the ownership of our own country. Trump is trying to help us. Can we help ourselves? It is a challenge that we should all look at it. Americans will say we are the land of the braves. Some people will determine to die in this country for their nation to be great. All of us, we were spread around the world. We learn trades. We are doctors. We are engineers. We are lawyers. And yet, we cannot come home and give the benefit to our own people. How long are we going to continue this suffering? We had the dream of making the country better. Would they be able to give us the opportunities? Because after 8 years of Tinubu, if that is the dream we are all having, let us think what is next. You are bathing a rose. You are bathing this. You are bathing that. After 8 years, it's going to be somebody else's turn. You are changing every positions now. Obasanjo did the same thing. Restructured everything. And yet, under 2 years, everything is destroyed. Please, we are begging and we are pleading, but we are determined, whatever it takes, we will not relent until we get Yoruba. Thank you.
Olúṣẹ́gun Akọ́mọlédè lórúkọ mi, Èkìtì lèmi ti wá, mo dẹ̀ wà ní Cincinnati area, Ohio ní US. Ìbéèrè mi ni pé crossover ṣé ẹ fẹ́ ká lo YSDM wọ́n ní àbí because gbogbo nǹkan tá a bá ṣe ní YSDM àwọn mega rally wọ́n participate. So kí ni agenda yín, ṣé ẹ fẹ́ ká cancel YSDM ni àbí ẹ sì fẹ́ kí YSDM máa lọ and kẹ́yìn náà máa lọ parallel? That question kejì ni question mi ìkíní nìyẹn. Then mo kàn fẹ́ sọ nǹkan kékeré nípa nǹkan tí àwọn alàgbà tó sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀, alàgbà wa bàbá wa Ọlálẹ́yẹ tó ní ká ní Yoruba Nation Nigeria. Yorùbá a lè ní Yoruba Nation Nigeria torí Yorùbá kò dàbí Korean tí gbogbo wọn sọ èdè kan náà tán pín yà tán pera wọn ní East North Korea, South Korea. Ìyẹn ò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nigeria torí Nigeria ń ṣe ethnic nation. So a lè ní Yoruba Nation Nigeria, Biafra Nation Nigeria. As for me, èmi ò fẹ́ kí Yoruba Nation rárá kó wà lábẹ́ Nigeria at all. Torí pé Yoruba Nation is bigger than Nigeria. We spread all across West Africa. Kó tó di pé àwọn colonial idiots yẹn pín wá the world. So báwo ni big country like Yoruba Nation mo ṣe máa jẹ́ a part of a small country like Nigeria? So irony to me.
We're here today not for question and answer section. The interactive section, no, it's not like that. Any question tábà máa béèrè bàbá la fẹ́ fún. Gbogbo nǹkan tí bàbá wa ọmọ borí owó béèrè ni wípé ẹni tó bá fẹ́ join Yoruba Nation diaspora mega rally àbí tó bá ní ìbéèrè lórí bọ́n ṣe máa join òun nìyẹn. Ṣé ń get me? And lórí pé bóyá bá YSDM ṣe àbá wọn ṣe wọ́n ṣorí villa máa ti discuss ẹ̀. Bàbá mi tẹ́ bá dé àyè yín lọ́hùn ẹ lọ béèrè yín tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ wá lè pè wá, then we discuss about it. That is it. But as far as this platform is concerned today, kò sí answer kankan tá a fẹ́ fún yín lórí àwọn nǹkan tẹ́ béèrè.
Yes, dúpẹ́ orin tẹ́ fi welcome mi sípàdé yín yẹn.
Yes, sir.
Ojoojúmọ́ ni mò ń gbàdúrà fún gbogbo yín ní kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ìjà tá à ń jà yìí, ìjà tó Ọlọ́run máa parí pẹ̀lú ijó àtayọ̀ fún wa ni. Kò dẹ̀ sí kankan lára yín tó máa sọnù àbí tó máa gbẹ́sẹ̀ kọ́. Ẹjọ́ tá a bá ń jó gbogbo àjọ máa jó ijó yẹn papọ̀ ni. Ẹ ṣé o, àmọ́ mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ ránṣẹ́ sí mi ní about 2 weeks ago. I am very grateful. Ẹni káwọn kan wá kí mi. Inú mi dùn gan ni. Since then, I have moved to Atlanta, Georgia, lọ́dọ̀ daughter mi.
Okay, sir.
Because àwọn ọmọ decide pé Atlanta had better for me because it's a much warmer place.
Yeah.
Now I can say that they are true. That is true. It is a much warmer place. Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ náà mo ní kí n kí yín náà nípàdé yín ẹni. Ẹ invite me pé kí n wá kí yín, mo kí yín tijó tayọ̀tayọ̀ like a father torí àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ tí wọ́n ń ṣe dáadáa tí inú ẹ̀ ń dùn. Inú mi ń dùn sí yín o. Ẹ ṣé o. It's not a Tinubu problem. It is a Nigerian problem. Kí Tinubu tó débẹ̀, long before Tinubu, after ta kúrò ní military, the long list of military regimes, tí àwọn náà ti donate constitution fún wa ní 1999, tó Ọbásanjọ́ Russian to take advantage of it. Àwọn náà ti appointed as our president, as president of Nigeria. The trouble it was, but what you want in the 1980s, under Babangida's military dictatorship, àwọn North bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí send àwọn ọmọ North, àwọn leaders in North, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí send àwọn ọmọ North for training in terrorism to countries like Libya, Sudan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and so on. Syria. That was in the 1980s under Babangida. That is a fact that is incontrovertible. By the 1990s, when the students of terrorism began to return to Nigeria, we began to have serious terroristic activities in the north. Sorry, I should not. Let me go back a little. Yeah, okay. I go back a little. After the 1980s, there came a period in the 1990s when terrorist groups began to spring up in the north. And their battle cry was, this north is a Muslim country. There is no room in it for Christian or non-Muslims. And they began to burn churches and kill pastors and kill members of the congregation. That was in the 1990s. Yeah. Àbálẹ̀ sọ pé àwọn ọmọdé tí ò ní kò lẹ̀ ló ń ṣe. No, because when Obasanjo became president in 1999, something big then happened that should have opened our eyes. That opened our eyes, I can refuse. Open the leaders of the north, the leaders of the Fulani-controlled northern Nigeria, Awama institute a Sharia law system in all the 12 states of the far north, where the Fulani were in control. It's continuation of this terror. the terrorism is gradually gathering momentum. Terrorism in northern Nigeria is not a phenomenon of the poor and the weak, the mujahideen or the Almajiri. No, the big men of the north are solidly behind it. Obasanjo pè wọ́n sí pàdé ó bẹ̀ wọ́n pé ká má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. You will be breaking Nigeria into two. Wọ́n dá lóhùn. Wọ́n lálé ẹ̀. Gbogbo wa yòókù Nigerians from various parts of Nigeria pariwo ẹ má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ fẹ́ break in a country wa nìyẹn. They just ignored every outcry and went on and instituted Sharia system, Sharia law system, Sharia courts and Sharia police. Ibi tí gbogbo ẹ̀ ti ń gather momentum nìyẹn. Mo ń bọ̀. Then under Jonathan, Jonathan kégbe síta pé in 2009, a major terrorist group emerged, calling itself Boko Haram. And in 2011, they attracted the attention of the whole world to themselves by bombing the United Nations headquarters in Abuja. Then Buhari Jonathan bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kégbe síta pé àwọn sponsors and leaders and financiers of Boko Haram are all around me in my government, and they are all over the army and the police. So anybody tó bá rò pé àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké wọ̀nyí tá à ń rí tó ń pààyàn káàkiri àwọn nìkan ló wà nídìí ọ̀rọ̀ kò understand dáadáa ni. It's a big affair behind which there are big men all the way from the Sultan. Wípé tó bá lẹ́ni tó wá ń ronú wípé one southern boy kan lè di president ní Abuja kó wá stop ẹ̀ ń tanra yín jẹ ni. This is not a Tinubu affair. It's a much bigger affair than Tinubu. That's the truth of the matter. Ní àwọn bínú pé Tinubu yẹ kó wọ́n ń pa àwọn èèyàn ẹ̀ ní south west. Wọ́n ń ṣe kínní kan yẹ kó ṣe. There is very little that he can do. Because àwọn tó wà nídìí ẹ̀ tóbi jù ú lọ púpọ̀.
Olóyè Sunday Igboho wọ́n bẹ nílé pẹ̀lú wa báyìí. Ẹ jẹ́ bá mi wọ̀ mú tún wọn ni wọ́n lo ayọ̀ iPhone ẹ ṣe púpọ̀.
Kí bàbá mi mọ̀mọ́ mi o Dr. Sabi àbáwọ̀ ọmọbìnrin owó ẹni àwọn ẹgbẹ́ agbáralì òkè lẹ́nu mo kí bàbá wa lórí wa pátápátá bàbá Adebanji Akintoye ọlọ́njẹ́ ń bàbá gùn ọlọ́njẹ́ àrí ń pẹ́ bàbá ẹ̀kú lẹ́nu ẹ̀pẹ̀ fún wa ẹ̀kú àjẹ pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ ọlọ́run bá tó láyé tó lọ́run kò ní gbẹ̀mí yín báyìí yóò fún yín ní ìlera tó pé dáadáa ẹ ṣe lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn láyọ̀ ẹ padà sílé láyọ̀ lágbára ọlọ́run wọn ní gbòkú ní ìtẹ́gbẹ́ láti ọlọ́run ẹ̀tẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà lẹ́ parí ẹ̀ lágbára ọlọ́run ẹ ṣe bàbá ọ̀run ní jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ yìí so mo wá kí gbogbo everybody tí mi mọ orúkọ tó wà lórí program yìí o àti gbogbo àwọn aráalé tó ń gbọ́ ètò yìí pátápátá gbọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá káàkiri àgbáyé mo kí mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yìí o ẹ kú àdójú ọlọ́run níjọ́ rẹ̀ yẹn o ọlọ́run bá tó láyé tó lọ́run bá mi dó tí gbogbo wa àjọ ìpínlẹ̀ lérí yẹn láti ọlọ́run ni ọlọ́run á gbà fún wa ọlọ́run bá lọ́ba tó lè dó tí wa alágbára kankan àfọlọ́run ní wa o. Dr. Sabi ẹ kú ètò bàbá mọ́ríwó mo kì í yàn ọlọ́run níjọ́ rẹ̀ yẹn o ọlọ́run ní parẹ́ ní sẹ̀sìn láyé láti ọlọ́run bá tó dó tẹ̀ dá bá mi dó tì í gbóhùn dánú dúkọ̀ dáhùn ṣùgbọ́n next time tẹ́ bá fẹ́ mọ̀ sẹ́rù nǹkan báyẹn ọ̀yẹ́ kí mi ti sọ̀rọ̀ kí bàbá tó sọ̀rọ̀ kẹ́kẹ́ gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu bàbá ló lórí wa kọ́yẹ́ kí bàbá sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́kẹ́ mi wá sọ̀rọ̀ kó dáa ẹjọ́ ọmọ fọlọ́mbẹ next time ẹ jẹ́ kí mi sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn náà ẹni bàbá kásẹ̀ rẹ̀ lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n ṣètò yẹn.
Ṣé kí n bá tẹ̀síwájú?
Ẹlẹ́ ọmọ mi ó ṣe o.
Ẹgbẹ́ bàbá mi.
Ọkú iṣẹ́ yìí o.
Yóò sábà.
kò ṣe yìí.
Yes, sir, bá mi.
Ọlọ́run fúnra ara ẹ̀ á dì ẹ́ mú.
Àmì sà, kábí sà.
Bí nǹkan kan tí anybody lè plan against ẹ tó lè ṣeé ṣe láyé.
Àmì bàbá mi.
So nǹkan tí mò ń sọ ni pé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ó lágbára ju ọ̀rọ̀ Federal Government of Nigeria. Ó lágbára ju President of Nigeria. Ẹnikẹ́ni ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá rò pé ẹ jẹ́ ká dúró ká máa ṣe Nàìjíríà kankan, ó ń sọ fún wa wípé ẹ jẹ́ ká dúró ká ṣe two things. One, ẹ jẹ́ ká dúró ká continue to be bigger and bigger slaves or smaller and smaller slaves ní Nàìjíríà. Two, ká wá in the end wá parẹ́ as a people. Wọ́n sì ń kà tó ń jẹ́ Yorùbá people mọ́. Ẹni tó bá ní ká dúró sí Nàìjíríà, nǹkan méjì tó ń propose nìyẹn. Èkíní, that we shall get smaller and smaller and smaller. Two, èkejì pé ultimately we shall perish and disappear as a people. So kẹ́ni kankan má tanra ẹ̀ jẹ́ pé kíní kan jẹ́ Nàìjíríà one Nigeria. There is no one Nigeria. Nigeria is in the pocket of the Fulani.
Yeah.
The British tí àwọn Fulani bá ń pariwo pé àwa ni British gbé Nigeria lé lọ́wọ́, máa bínú. But that's the truth. That's the truth. And the British are still solidly behind them as we are talking now. Yeah. Ìkan lára wọn kí lorúkọ ẹ̀? Ó sọ in 2014, only Allah through the British gave us Fulani, Nigeria to rule and to do with as we please. In 1960, Allah through the British gave us Nigeria to rule and to do with as we please. We have been doing that since then, and we intend to continue. If you think that there is any people who can take it from us, forget it. Because rather than lose it to any other people, we shall kill, maim, destroy, and turn Nigeria into the bloodiest war zone on the African continent. I'm quoting him. So, Shere Kolele, in 2011, they want to appoint Buhari as the generalissimo to lead the one in conquering Nigeria. The meeting was not held in Nigeria. The meeting was held in a small town called Gori in northern Burkina Faso, 2011. Ibẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti yàn pé òun ló máa lead, òun ló máa jẹ́ bàbá tó máa wà wájú tó máa lead wọn across Nigeria, tó máa conquer Nigeria. So, it says a lot for the strength of the other peoples of Nigeria, especially the Yoruba, pé wọ́n conquer wa ọ̀dà Buhari. Kò sí nǹkan téèyàn lè ṣe láti conquer another nation tí Buhari ò ṣe. But Ọlọ́run ò fún ṣe. That is it. But now they are getting bigger and stronger. Owó tí Buhari kó fún àwọn ní jagunjagun pé wọ́n máa fi jagun títí wọ́n máa fi conquer wa. Ó ju owó tó wà ní treasury Nigeria lọ. They have a lot of money to fight with, to buy weapons. Yeah. So the answer is clear. We want to get out of Nigeria, get out of Nigeria. Lọ́nà kọ́nà, àwọn kan sọ pé Trump ń bọ̀, àwọn ò fẹ́ nǹkan kan. Wakuala and one control no. Anything that will give us a chance to sneak away, Lagudo, welcome. Already, the fact that Trump came out and spoke about Nigeria and so on, though Christians also, it be to ye money, ye. The fact that he came out to talk about Nigeria has directed the attention of the world, the entire world, to Nigeria. Now, in news houses like CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera, hardly a day passes without some news about Nigeria. Tẹ́lẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà tí ò kì í sí news rárá. Níjọ́ tí ọmọ mi Sunday tó lọ gbé lẹ́tà wá fún Prime Minister Britain, large crowd yẹn kúrò wọ́n yẹ wá sí ọ wọ́n ṣílẹ̀kùn fún wa wọ́n jẹ́ ká deliver lẹ́tà yẹn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní káwọn àwọn onímọ́tò máa yọ wá lẹ́nu, àwọn ọlọ́pàá direct mọ́tò sí ọ̀nà mìíràn. Àwọn èèyàn wá kúrò ńbẹ̀ wọ́n wá lọ sí BBC. Wọ́n á lọ pariwo for more than an hour níwájú BBC. BBC ò tiẹ̀ report ẹ̀. Nígbà yẹn, BBC ò report pé a wá síbẹ̀ rárá. But things are different now after President Trump has mentioned the question of Nigeria. So a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Trump, or more importantly, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run tó ti President Trump síwájú tó ní kó lọ sọ nǹkan tó sọ nípa Nigeria. Àwọn kan ní àbẹ̀kọ́ wá sí kọ̀ tí Trump bá wá sí Nigeria, the losers will be the combination of forces tó gbé àwọn Fúlàní dúró láti máa ṣe nǹkan tó ń ṣe ní Nigeria. That will be the loser. Àwa yòókù, we have nothing to lose. I repeat, if President Trump comes to Nigeria with the powerful army of America, the losers will be the powers behind the terrorist government of Nigeria. Yeah. The rest of us will be completely free. We will then be in a position to say to tell the world what we want. So, ẹnikẹ́ni má gbàdúrà pé kí Trump má wá sí Nigeria. If he wants to come, in fact, more than that, we should be praying that he will come to Nigeria with the American army. That's all. So, bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn, ọ̀rọ̀ kí ló dé? Tinubu, okay, well, kí ni Sunday ṣe? Leader wa Sunday Igboho kí ni kan tó ṣe? Àwọn Fúlàní ń pààyàn, wọ́n rape àwọn obìnrin, wọ́n kidnap èèyàn ní àdúgbò ẹ̀. Ó lọ síbẹ̀. Ó lọ sọ fún wọn peacefully pé kán kúrò níbí. Pé àwọn chiefs, àwọn bàbá wa ń bì. Wọ́n ní kẹ́ kúrò ń bì. All right? Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ gbà fún. Whatever tó fi sẹ́nu tó fi bá wọn sọ, we don't know. But that one thing is clear. He never threatened anybody. He didn't threaten them. And he didn't use force against anybody. And then, mo ń padà bọ̀ níjọ́ mẹ́jọ ìní ẹ̀ má jẹ́ kí n bá yín bí. Ìgbà tí ìjọ́ mẹ́jọ máa pé wọ́n ti sá lọ. Àwọn Fúlàní believe pé àwọn gúrùpù yẹn under the Seriki wọ́n ti gbabẹ̀ yẹn lára ilẹ̀ Yorùbá fún Fúlàní. Nǹkan tó ń bí wọn nínú fún sí Sunday nìyẹn. Wọ́n ti gbabẹ̀ yẹn already. Fulani wá liberate here from the Fulani. Sunday wá liberate here from the Fulani. Ìdí ẹ̀ nìyẹn tí Buhari ṣe rán àwọn èèyàn pé kán lọ eliminate Sunday. Yeah. Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ wá ṣe Sunday wá ní làákàyè ńjọ́ yẹn. Ó wá ní làákàyè. Tó bá fẹ́ bá àwọn tó wá sílé ẹ̀jà, á pa bí méjì mẹ́ta lára wọn. But ó sọ fún gbogbo àwọn tó wà nílẹ̀ pé ẹ má bá wọn jà o. Ẹnìkankan má bá wọn jà rárá. Torí tá a bá wọn jà tí kankan lára wọn bá farapa níbí àbí tó kú níbí. Then wọ́n wá tag wa as terrorists. One prescribe of struggle wa, and that will be the end of everything. So they came, they destroyed his house and killed 2 people there, and nobody even slapped one of them. That was wisdom, God's wisdom. I gbọ́dọ̀ máa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Sunday pé ó nírú wisdom pé ó nírú wisdom yẹn níjọ́ yẹn pé Ọlọ́run fún nírú wisdom yẹn níjọ́ yẹn ká máa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Irú eléyìí tí wọ́n ń ṣe sí Kánú, irú ẹ̀ náà bá máa ṣe sí gbogbo wa. Àtèmi o àtòun o àti gbogbo bàbá àwọn terrorist lè bá ti di bàbá terrorist ká níjọ́ yẹn kó lọ sọ pé ó yá nǹkan kíkan tẹ́ bá ní igi àdá ọ̀bẹ ẹ bá wọn jà ẹ defend ara yín. It would have been a different story today. So thank God that he had that wisdom. Thank God that God gave him that wisdom. Then Buhari wa lọ korúkọ ẹ̀ sí wanted list criminals. Wọ́n wá ní kan close gbogbo bank account here. Then wọ́n lodge a complaint with internet all over, not internet, Interpol all over, with the result that tó ń kọjá lọ ní Benin Republic, Interpol arrest here. Interpol ò mọ nǹkan kan. Wọ́n sọ fún wọn wípé ọkùnrin kan wà tó jẹ́ criminal tó ń bọ̀ láti Nàìjíríà, wọ́n dẹ̀ arrest here. Wọ́n dẹ̀ hand over sí fún government Benin Republic. Government Benin Republic ló wá ṣe dáadáa, àwọn wá ń dúró pé ẹ fún wa ní evidence criminal activities here. Fún crime wo ló commit tá a fi gbọ́dọ̀ gbé fún yín. Because that's what our own law says. Kan lè dédé grab ẹ̀ka dẹ̀ gbélé yín lọ́wọ́. Kò níye ìgbà tí àwọn ìjọba tán sọ fúnrú mi bẹ́ẹ̀ pé bàbá a lè gbé ọmọ yín fún àwọn ará Nàìjíríà àfi tán bá show wa ní evidence of crimes committed by him. Ṣùgbọ́n a lè release ẹ̀ because àwọn ní kí àwọn ń gbé evidence yẹn bọ̀. So until the investigation is complete, we cannot release him. So that's our situation. Ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ Tinubu wá di president in Nigeria ní 2023. Ẹ̀gbọ́n Sunday ní Tinubu, Bọ́lá Tinubu, ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ ni. Wọ́n treat àbúrò ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ó dẹ̀ fi sílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. You have done nothing about it. Why is that? Because kò láyà ẹ̀, kò tẹ́ni tó ń ṣe nǹkan kan nípa Sunday. Àwọn Fúlàní àtàwọn British tó wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ wọ́n tóbi jù ú lọ púpọ̀. There is nothing he can do. Yeah. Buhari ní kan tí ọ̀nà Benin Republic jáde sí West South West. Ó destroy trade àwọn èèyàn wa across that border. Tinubu the president láti ọdún kẹta. He cannot do it. He cannot do anything about it. He cannot do anything. There is nothing that Tinubu can do Tani mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tó ní president fìdí ẹni. Òótọ́ ọmọgbọ́n politics ṣe o lè dọ́gbọ́n kó yípo kó rig election mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́ kó bribe àwọn adájọ́ kó bribe àwọn tó ń ṣe election kó gbà á mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́. But nǹkan tó wà lẹ́yìn ọ̀pọ̀ ojú òjé lọ. Ìgbà tó bá dépò president yẹn wá discover wípé agbára president ò sí lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ o. Agbára president ò sí lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. That's our present situation. And Ọlọ́run á bá wa break that logjam so that we will be free to walk away from Nigeria. Moki.
Nation, no going back.